This is the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, December 2nd. Looking at precipitation the past 7 days, it has been a wet one across the entire Great Basin. Significant precipitation from south to north. For a shade of green, a half inch or more. Darker shades of green, 1 inch or more. Yellow, a half inch or more on the left-hand side. You can see the percent of normal. In the driest areas, basically near normal. Wettest areas, anywhere from 300 to 400% of normal precipitation. Much of that fell in the form of snow the past 72 hours. These are the snow accumulations on the left. Highlighted orange regions, anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of snow with locally higher amounts. But further south into much of southern Nevada and southern Utah, there were significant accumulations. And on the right-hand side, total snow cover on the ground. You can see just about the entire Great Basin has at least several inches. The darkest shades of blue to purple indicate anywhere from 2 to 3 feet of snowpack across the higher terrain of Utah into western Wyoming and central Idaho. Satellite imagery shows a weak ridge of high pressure over the area with fair skies, but some high clouds already increasing in response to deepening low pressure off the central California coast with lots of moisture poised to move in from the south. So looking at the upper level maps for late Monday, you see that low pressure storm system off the California coast. You can see the smoke dispersion starting to lower a bit since we're under a weak ridge of high pressure, but also lots of cold snow cover along the lower elevations, creating long-lasting inversions into the afternoon hours. Overall dispersion, overall wind speeds, transport winds fairly light across most areas. On the right-hand side, mixing heights also fairly poor wherever you see the purple shades, best where you see the bluish to green to yellow shades. On Tuesday, that low pressure system drops to the south. Doesn't really move all that much eastwards just yet. Dispersion overall moderate to poor in most areas, poor where you see the purple shade. And you can see why on the left-hand side, very poor or light transport winds in the grayish purple shades. Also low mixing heights where you see the purple as well. Now on Wednesday, that storm system weakens but ejects into the Great Basin, so we'll see some increasing instability, some clouds and moisture. Dispersion on the right-hand side, again purple being the worst of it. Transport winds overall fairly light, but starting to pick up out of the south across southern Nevada, the Arizona Strip, southern Utah. Mixing heights on the right-hand side, best in those southern areas, where then winds will mix things up a little bit, but fairly poor dispersion further north. The Utah Clearing Index shows pretty poor dispersion Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in most areas, but improving Wednesday again in those southern areas where you see those shades of blue to green. 3-day precipitation accumulation, a lot of this will come in towards the end of the third day with that storm system. Mostly across southern areas, the dark green, 1/4 to a half inch. Blue over a half inch, and across higher terrain above 6,500 feet or so, that'll be in the form of several inches of snow, but drier to the north. Further down the road on Thursday, weak high pressure ridge building in across the Great Basin, a more powerful storm system developing off the Pacific Northwest coast. Dispersion on the right-hand side, improving a little bit, and improving even more on Friday as that storm system and its winds and its instability approaches. Saturday, trough low pressure moves onshore across the Pacific Northwest. Good west-southwest wind transport. You can see on the right-hand side, dispersion getting better. A lot more areas in the white, a lot less in the purple. And a really good dispersion day on Sunday. Many areas here in the white on the right-hand side as we're under the influence of cold, low-pressure troughiness and probably some scattered precipitation across the region. Precipitation accumulation as we go through the end of Thursday into the first half of the weekend. Again, covering most of the area, several inches of snow in the middle to higher terrain, but heaviest precipitation will be across the Sierra Front and across the mountains of central Idaho. The extended 8 to 14 day outlook, December 10th through the 16th. Near normal temperatures here on the left-hand side across most of the Great Basin. Precipitation above normal in most areas, near normal to the south. This concludes our briefing. Our next update will be this coming Wednesday.